Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me once again in the studio. So yeah, I've still got this thing on my chest, as I said. The other week we had COVID, and unfortunately my wife went down with it as well. And it has not been a pleasant strain this time. So yeah, you can still hear it on my chest. I was editing a video the other day and I thought, wow, that sounds quite bad. Anyway, I'm going to rummage through my brushes a minute, trying to find. Well, as I do that, let's have a look at the introduction.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So
thank you very much for watching the introduction. I found my brush. Like I said, yeah, just recovering from this nasty strain of COVID.
Don't forget to click subscribe.
Anyway, so nice. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday today. Oh, so let's go through the palette. Cadmium red, yellow ochre, some ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, yellow, cadmium yellow, burnt umber, white and black. I'm thinking of something like a fall type of painting today, or as we say, autumn, because we got autumn in the air. The leaves are falling. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I went for a walk on an autumn day. Anyway, I know that wasn't the right words for the song, but it sounded good. Let's put some sky in. I'm going to try and paint this like that today. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not going to be worried about blending too much. I'm not really going to be worried about. I'm just going to. I feel in the mood for just dippy dappy dops like that. Boom, 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 boom. I noticed as I got older, I've started to hum and stuff, and bum 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 bum. I do things like that now. I don't know why. I just do. I think it must be an age thing or something. I don't know. Just added a little bit of white into that. Yeah, so I'm off on my summer holidays. Well, it's not my summer, it's my winter holiday actually. It's my winter holiday. Normally go to sunny Tenerife, October, November time every year. So looking forward to that one. We need a little bit of a break to get over this. And as I said, Jane, my wife, hasn't been very well. She's older than me, and it takes a little bit longer for her to recover from things. So I'm just trying to get this. I don't want to blend it too much. I want to just get rid of some of them rough edges like that. If you could see what I could see, or you could hear what I could hear, it's quite nice today because it's September. The birds are singing. I get a bit of warmth coming through. I got the door open, so there might be some background noise, but that's okay. We can live with that. I'm just seeing if I actually did press my sound recorder. I forget things like that sometimes. I do. Let's get a little bit more white just down the bottom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I go to the same hotel every year. It's quite nice. I know it's not for everybody, but I quite like the hotel, and the food is brilliant, and the staff are fantastic, and the weather's there. Excuse me. You can still hear it on my chest. I didn't do a painting last week because of family things. We had family over and stuff, so I have to put family first in many occasions. And I just paint now just to have fun. So that's I'm quite happy with that sky, the way that the sky looks. I don't even know if I'll put any clouds in that today. Let's just draw a line, roughly, an horizon line roughly like that. What else can we do today? I'm thinking trees, maybe trees in the background there. Let's get a little bit of burnt umber and some white. And just get a nice, it's like as if the grass is going brown. Yes, we can have brown grass with little bits of green in it. That would be good. So boom, The brain isn't working hard today. I'm just thinking, I tell you what I could do actually. We could bring a riverbank. Yes, we could. We could bring a riverbank down here, couldn't we? That would be fun. I'm trying to leave it as easy as possible today. You'll have to excuse me just clearing my chest a little bit because I don't like doing that, but I can't keep switching the camera off every 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to bring this river or creek, as you call it in America and places like that. Sometimes people call it a creek. Maybe it's a river. Winding its way down to the sea, because every river goes to the sea. Every river will find its way to the sea. Water will always find its lowest point and always find its easiest route to where it wants to go. That's why a river winds like this, because it always follows that contour, the lowest part of the land, and it worms its way through. I'm just going to keep this technique up to date like that. There we go. A little bit of moisture on the brush. That looks okay. I'm happy with that. Put some trees in there. We could do that. Yeah. Let's just wipe my brush and get some of this ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, a little bit of burnt umber. We'll make it a little bit black. Prussian blue and burnt umber will make a black, by the way. It's a very, very dark. Very, very dark blue. Bum 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 bum. Just get that bit of brown now, just in there like that. Just putting base coats in at the moment. This is all about blocking in and stuff. I'm hoping to have a nice lie on the beach. Get some sun. If not, there's a rooftop garden in this hotel that we go to. So, and it's really nice up there. It gets all the sun. No wind. It's really good. One part of the rooftop garden is a nudist area, which is, well, I've never been in there, and I wouldn't want to scare the people if I did go in there anyway, so I can imagine going in there and then everybody running out. Yes, very scary. Very good. I like that. That's looking nice. That is looking nice. Let's get a little bit of yellow ochre there, like that. Blending that in there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. I'm happy with that. Right, I'm just gonna. I need to go and have a little cough a second. Sorry about that. Right, let's get some burnt umber. A little bit of that. Let me show you. So if we get some Prussian blue there like that, and you get some burnt umber to it. You can see it goes a really dark, nearly a black, which is quite a nice, makes it quite a nice shade colour, that does. And if we add a little bit of white to it, you'll see what I mean. We can make a nice grey from that. Look at that lovely bluish tinted grey colour we got. That's a lovely colour. That can be a lovely colour. That can. So let's get a little bit more kitchen paper. Right, let's go back into my burnt umber. And what I'm going to do now, we're going to put some trees in the background. Oops, that's a little bit thick. Well, we just mix that into a big old bunch of trees out of this. Just doing that very lightly. Make some gaps in between, put some blocks of colour in, like as if there's loads of trees there. I'm not going to do too much in the foreground today, but I want to just put these little thing just to hide the background there like that. There's a couple of bigger trees and maybe they're coming down like that. A bit more paint on my brush. And these, a couple of these, a little bit of black, a little bit of black, a bit of shadow there, like that. Maybe the light is coming this way now. Let's put some. Tell you what we'll do. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Boom, 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 boom. Have fun. Just let your imagination ride the waves. Ride the waves. Having a bit of fun. Just thinking, well, if this was a forestry area type of thing, what would it be like? So all we can see is trees and bushes and all these wonderful things. Just like that. That's looking good. Let's get a little bit of this burnt umber, bit of white. Let's just lighten up a bit of area, because if we got a bit of light coming through, so let's just say the light is coming this way, so we need to lighten up a bit of area like that. Let's get a bit of yellow ochre. Just to give it a little bit of colour. Getting a bit of, I'll just get a little bit of this grey colour. There we go. A bit of shadow. Just coming through like that. There you go, a little bit of shadow. It's just giving them that little bit of contrast. Let's get some yellow ochre. A couple of these trees. A little bit of colour here and there. There we go. Bit of autumny colour. Let's get a bit of yellow, bit of ultramarine blue. Make a green. Dumpty 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 dum. Don't want it too bright. Let's just put a bit of green here and there and there and here. Just a touch. Just balances off the sky, the blue of the sky. Bring a bit of texture into this area now. Just like that. A bit of grass maybe. Just tapping the brush. Don't want a lot of detail. Don't want a lot of detail. Just a little bit of colour. I want a lot of detail, just a little bit of colour. Just like that. Then what we could do, should we have a bit of fun? Should we? Let's get a bit of blue. That's a bit of our burnt umber. Let's put a mountain coming down like that, just on the side. Because you always put mountains. Always think about mountains in the middle, but we don't think about mountains on the side. So I thought that would be a bit of fun. So let's get a bit of light. Should we put snow on this one today, or shall we just leave it? Well, it's autumn, so it wouldn't be snow, would it? So we'll just blend that in like that. And get a bit of burnt umber. Rocks and bits and pieces going in there. Just add a little bit of colour to it. So when you paint on a board, have fun, relax, don't worry too much, don't get pulled up too much about it. That's the thing. We mustn't get pulled up and get pulled into doing too much detail. That looks quite good, I think. Let's get a little bit more colour, because there's a lot of mountainy things like this where I live. A lot of coal tips as well, actually, or there used to be anyway. It's just a visual thing. We get one of those trees just on the side like that. A couple in front. Let's get a bit of black on the brush, because we want to put some trees in front of this now. Oops, let's try again. Oh, maybe want a bit more paint on that, a little bit of moisture maybe on the brush. I've got to be careful I don't overload my brush, because I want that nice sharp. There you go, you can see that's better. A bit more shadow on these trees, because they're in front of the mountain and they're going to be, we want them to stand out, so we need to do them a little bit darker than the other ones. So let's get some yellow ochre now. I'll just put a bit of yellow ochre. Come on, yellow ochre. Put a little bit of yellow ochre there, like that. Blend that in. Let's get a little bit of white, because it's going to be a little bit of light catch in this side. There you go. Let's get some burnt umber, a bit of moisture. Let's put a shadow just underneath this riverbank, just like that. Maybe there's a little bit of mud and stuff. bit of that down. Get some of these trees reflecting. In the water as well. Let's get a bit of dark. That's a nice colour. Let's get this colour coming in just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Bit of water reflections. Ooh, messed that up, didn't I? I'm such a dirty painter. I just have fun. I just roll with things sometimes, just let things happen. And that's okay. That's important. We do that. Cool. Oh no, now it's starting to look nice, I think. It's a little bit too much white there, but we can sort that out. Let's get some black. Let's put a few. Because this is a mountain side. There's a few rocks and things here, like this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, dun, dun. Get a bit of highlight on them rocks now. This only burned them a little bit of white, burned them. Just get some highlight sitting on these rocks like that, so you can just define them a little bit. There we go. Loads of rocks there. Maybe there's a bit of colour there. I'll just blend that in like that. Looks looking nice. I like. Oops, I'm going to have to cough again. So what I was doing, I thought to myself, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to bring that out to there like that and bring it back in around. And then I'm going to get a bit of black. I'm going to put a bit of black just under there like that. Pull that down. Bit of shadow. Get some of this blue colour. Bring the water back over there like that. Let's get our scrippy liner brush. This is a nice thin brush. I'm going to put a water line coming down like that. Could be a lot. There's a bit of a torrent of water there, I think. Let's get some. Let's get some rocks in the water, is it? Maybe there's a bit of a rapidy thing there. Let's get some highlight on them rocks. Maybe that's not the right brush for that. should use this brush. That's better. Get a bit of that water coming around. There. Ooh, I quite like this. I quite like this one today. Let's get a little bit of yellow ochre, a little bit of white. And just put a few little grassy tough things. Maybe flowers or something, I don't know. Just like that. Maybe we could also get some nice green colour together. Again, mixing the yellow and the blue. Mistake that I made there was I added the blue first. I should have added the blue to the yellow instead of the yellow to the blue, but that doesn't matter. We got to round it. Bit of grass. We'll put some highlights on that in a second, because that's quite dark. That is quite dark. Let's get some yellow. What would a yellow look like on top of that? That looks good. That looks good. Let's get some of this. Green in the sky, in the land there like that. Maybe put a bit of a watermark there. Let's put some more rocks. Pebbles, rocks, boulders, what they call them, whatever. Just like that. Let's get some highlight on them. Okay. Let's get a stamp brush and just smooth them in. Bit of shadow here and there like that. That's cool. I quite like that. Let's get some yellow. Plenty of water on this now. Let's put some, come on, bit of white maybe. Maybe a bit of white. These birds are singing lovely out there today. Let's put a few. Maybe that wants to be a bit brighter than that. There we go. Just a few blades of grass. Or things. We just about see them there like that. I just want to get a little bit of this green. It's an autumny type of thing. Does that look autumny to you? I don't know. Does it? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? I don't know. A few more little trees and bits and pieces. Just a few highlights here and there. There you go. It's catching the light. There's a few details. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to call that day. I'm going to call that a day today. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call that a day. I'm going to go put my little birds in because I normally do.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by.
There we are. Nice simple afternoon painting. I really enjoyed that today. Anyway, thank you very much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing.
So
And I will
grab
see
your
you
brush,
next time.
have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.